I want to say in both lives that you worked with him, they were very nature oriented. Um, Something to do with plants, with trees. Um, the second incarnation, in the first one, you're younger. This is, I don't know if this is at that point where you were starting a path. In the second one, it shows you in a much more mature state, but in a darker state. Your back is towards me in this card. So you're looking towards, in this particular card, you're looking at a lake. Um, and it's under the moon. So shadow work comes to mind. But I also feel that at this point, that's where you and he were closest, in shadow. Both cards give me the sense of you were like a soul practitioner. You weren't involved in a big group of people. It was you communing with him more one-on-one. Let's see if he wants to clarify any of this. Can you clarify either of these cards for Bob? So, what I'm doing, Bob, too, is I'm recording this on a video so that you can see these cards as, you know, and you'll obviously get a recording of the reading as well, but you'll see these cards on there. So
for taking notes, I'm pretty good. If I miss something, I can always just watch the video.
Yeah. What I want you to do right now, though, is pay attention to how your body feels, things that go on while you're getting the reading. Notice make notes of any particular incidents that happens around you, and then you can use that with the video to kind of see where, you know, things may have meaning for you. In this particular card, this is the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups in a lot of decks would be the Knight. So this is something being brought to you. This is the start. This is a young person next to a river full of, it's got a canvas, paints. In the up creek, there's a dam that's been broken. I don't know if this is a card of the present. I don't know if you're feeling a creative stirring. But for me, this is an instance where he has been there removing obstacles for you. He's allowed creation to start taking place. He's broken up blockages. I feel like both of these are in this incarnation of your timeline. The Page of Wands, so another new card, another Knight of Direction. Wands are direction, their path. They can be motion, they can be speed, they can be direction. Both of these being child cards lets me know that he came to you at an early age. It wouldn't surprise me if you, after this, you start remembering instances. But this is a young boy playing out by himself. There's a house in the background. He's got a burro in the back, a little mule that he's been on. But he's got a little wand. He's making magic. This lets me know that at a young age you were very connected to your anything ethereal, anything spiritual. You had a lot of knowledge. I don't know if there was an imaginary friend that you had that he was present in this state. So there was some kind of knowledge shared or lessons you were learning as a young boy that he was present with. It looks like in this card, another instance he was present in your life. You're a man now. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So Pentacles to me are wishes, they're dreams. You're here with I would assume, your wife with 2 children. You've got the house in the background. This is the picture of having it all. It's the Nine of Pentacles. 10 is closing out a cycle. So the 9 is kind of close to fulfillment. I don't know. It does look like this is the grown-up version of this little boy from this other card. I don't know if you've had that moment or you're going to have that moment, but he was present when you had that feeling of having it all. It's almost as if when you were a child, you're making this arch. You're going to see it in the card. You're making this arch with this wand. This is the same arch that's now behind you as accolades of your achievements on the wall. You're standing very proud in front of this. So for me, it feels like this is something you set as a child that he saw you come to fruition with, that he was working with you up to this point. I don't know if any of this, what any of this means to you. This is just what's coming out.
And this is my present life.
So the question at hand was, did you know him in past lives? I feel like this is showing you himself in this lifetime. But I feel like each time he's come to you, it's been young, and I just feel like he's been with you the whole time in every one of them. You've had different relationships with him, but they have all started young, and in this current one, it's if I had to guess, if I'm going by literally, I don't usually go by the sexes that are determined on the card. They don't always mean, male or female as they're given here. I could say that in these other cards you were a female and he's been with you in that aspect. In this one you're a male, but it doesn't mean that. You can read into it what you will. You have to, on this one, you kind of really have to go with your feelings. Like I said, this is probably going to be something that's going to open this up for you, and you're going to start remembering things from then. I'm just letting you know kind of what he's saying right now in this, as we speak. But I would say in this incarnation of your life here in this time, he's been with you since you were very young, and is still with you currently. But I feel like he has watched you become this man, and he has seen you manifest a lot of what it is you set when you were younger. A lot of the dreams that you've had. Maybe a specific dream that you had younger that he has seen you through to fruition, but Yeah, it started young. You want to clarify anything in this one?
No, it's just a lot to think about.
Yeah, and it will be. Like I told you, these can be very draining too. So,
Yeah.
all right, what would you like to ask him next?
Are you my father?
My beloved Cernunnos, Bob would like to know your relationship with him. Are you in fact his father? Clarify this card for me. It's almost like beyond father. So there's the King of Swords here, and in this particular card, it's an older gentleman, very, you could say father, grandfather image, but the important thing about what I see in this card is that he's at a desk surrounded by a wall of letters, scrolls. He's at a desk where a lot of these are open. He's been writing, he's opening letters. This to me feels like years and years and years of knowledge. The odd thing is that the Page of Wands card that was the youth card of this, that I felt was of this incarnation, popped out on top of this deck, on top of this other card. So in a way, but in a way you're one. I don't know how that is coming across. Let's clarify. Clarify the information you're sending about the question. All right. The Two of Cups. It is a harmonious connection. The Two of Cups is generally it's a divine union. It's the masculine and the feminine together. It is the yin and the yang. It's balance. It is almost as if it's once again you two are one, and without each other, you're nothing. That's the message I'm kind of getting. It's not so much father as it is. So, in the world of the occult and the spirituality, there is a philosophy that a lot of people on a path kind of embrace, and that is called being a shard of something. So there's a theory that there are certain people on this earth who are, they're starseed. They are, they're a different. I don't know how to say this without just sounding completely crazy. They're different. They're just different. And you have a So all the gods and goddesses are different aspects of us. They come and go in our lives when we need that aspect of who they are. You're not separate from them. We are all, one. And in this walk, we all come to realize that like I told you yesterday when we were talking, we are of the earth. We are of the universe. We are all connected. So there's a theory that each of us have a piece or a shard of the divine in us, specifically linked. A lot of people believe specifically linked to certain deities. And if I'm reading into this in that way, and like I said, you're going to read into this how the messages come to you. In regards to your question, if I was reading into this, I would say you're one of those children of his that is a shard of him. There's a piece of him in you specifically. And that is the answer to the question. He's not necessarily your father. You are one. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wow.
So, when you get back home, I want you to print that birth chart, and we're going to go through it. So, no, let's go on. He wants to go on. What's your next question?
Can you tell me more about the deer killings? I want to help you any way I can.
Okay. Bob would like to talk to you about the wildlife, specifically the deer situation where he's at. How can Bob help you with the deer? How can Bob help you with the deer? The key to this is your strength, your connection to the land itself, the knowledge you have of the area. He is here. Let's see. He is here. So the Chrome, this is the strength card. It's a Leo card. I feel like there's two people. You're going to have a partner in this. There's a very strong Leo energy. Wisdom. So it's going to be the balance of knowledge and strength. Literally physical strength. But knowledge is the key here. Someone's coming with a piece that you'll need. And I say piece just because that's what's popping in the card, but it's not necessarily a literal piece. You have what you need. You basically have what you need in this, whatever this fight is, but there'll be someone coming to bring a piece of it. You're going to have a partner in this. How can he help? How can he help? So, I don't know what your stance is on the environment. This card is the Ace of Cups. It's the beginning of need. So we specifically asked about what you can do in this situation. I think it goes beyond deer. this card has very, very dark clouds. It's a river coming through the mountains. There's fish. This gift is parting the clouds and sunlight is coming through. I don't know what the situation is where you are, or if this is a worldly. Once again, this is going to be a something you need to ponder on and feel see what feels right to you. But I feel like this is about cleaning. The dark clouds to me feel like an atmosphere. This could be a political atmosphere. This could be a community atmosphere. But you're there to start this breakup. You are there to be that ray of light that needs to open up and clear the water. Literally clear the water. I don't know what clear water has to do with it. There's a fish hopping out of this water. I don't know what's going on around you, but the message I'm getting is you're there to clear the air, so to speak, and you're there to start the renewal. I'm not seeing this in a city. This is very remote. The river starts from way back in the back. So this looks like it could be a vast or a very large area that we're talking about. But it looks like your job is to clear the air. That phrase, clear the air, is what's coming forward. See through the muck, and let people know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a gift being given. There's something to do with white flowers here. I don't know what white flowers means to you. I don't know if where you are there are literal white flowers, but white flowers are appearing in this image. But the message that I'm getting is you've got to clear the air. You're there to literally cleanse the earth, to bring there's clear water running here. Water is also movement. I think you're going to be the catalyst in something that has to do with whatever this situation is. I feel like you know what this is. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling. So I'm getting the feeling that in you there's a change stirring. I don't know if you've had one idea of thought your whole life and you're starting to see things in a different way. If the earth is showing you a different way, but there's a change in you also that is going to bring about this change in this atmosphere, this darkness that's there. This could be specifically pollution.
The vastness, I look at it as the vastness of the Sierra Nevadas and the darkness in the sky. I think of the smoke from these forest fires.
Yeah, it definitely could be that. I mean, it looks that way.
And the river is right down the hill from me. And the animals dying could very well be from the fire.
Yeah.
And a lot of these fires have been set purposely.
Yeah.
Like PG&E, the power company, they've been busted multiple times, but the state, doesn't do anything about it. Now they want to put a surcharge on people who have solar panels here.
Yeah.
And that money will go to them to try and pay their fines off.
Yeah, Alabama's doing the same.
People now have to pay for it.
Yeah, Alabama does the same thing here now. If you go solar, you basically have to pay alimony to the power company.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. What is your? Do you have anything else? Do you want to know anything else about this?
Um, I would like to know if he'll be there to protect me.
Oh, that's a given. Because you've
Yeah,
got
I
it.
figured that.
Yeah,
It was on my list.
you've got it in all three cards. There's an animal, and whenever there's an animal in a card for me, that is a divine blessing. That is a divine walk. That they are the divine is with you at that moment.
Okay.
So absolutely, he's there with you 100% of the way.